File 9. The static that answers back. It started as a joke, one of those late-night, try-it-and-see things you do when the apartment is too quiet and your brain wants to fill the space with noise. I was half asleep on the couch, rain ticking the window, when the TV flashed to Channel 7 Snow. I hadn't turned it on. I hadn't even picked up the remote. But there it was, static so thick, it looked like it had depth, like you could reach your hand into it and come back with dust. The sound was low and steady, like air hissing through a crack. I leaned closer and whispered without thinking, "Is anyone there?" And the snow on the screen pulsed once, like it heard me breathe. I grabbed my phone and recorded, mostly so I could prove to myself later that I wasn't imagining it. The static didn't change, but the audio did. Tiny little clicks inside the hiss, like someone tapping a pen against a desk on the other side of the noise. I whispered again, softer this time, like you do when you don't want to wake someone in the next room. "What is this?" The clicks stopped, the hiss deepened, and for a second I thought the TV had gone silent. Then the snow shifted, not into a picture, not into a face, just a clearer patch where the grains aligned into something that looked almost like letters. The letters formed in the static like frost on glass. Not all at once, one stroke at a time, each line appearing when the hiss spiked. I watched it spell one word, clean and centered, then hold it long enough for my brain to register. Speak. My stomach did that drop. It does when you realize something is responding to you on purpose. I should have shut it off. I should have walked away. Instead, I leaned in like an idiot and whispered the first thing that came to mind. "Who are you?" The snow scrambled hard, and the word disappeared like it had been erased with static. For a minute, nothing happened. Just hiss. Just snow. Then the static pulled itself into a new shape. Not a picture. More like subtitles on a bad broadcast. The words appeared in short bursts like captions catching up. Louder. I laughed under my breath because it sounded ridiculous. Like the TV was scolding me for mumbling. I tried to keep it playful. Tried to keep it stupid so it couldn't feel serious. I whispered, "Why?" The hiss sharpened, and the snow rippled outward from the center like a stone dropped in water. The next word appeared, slower, heavier. "Because you asked." I felt my throat tighten like my body was trying to stop me from continuing. I could have hit the power button on the TV. I could have yanked the plug. But my hands didn't move, because the moment I considered turning it off, the static changed again. Not words this time, just a faint shape in the snow that looked like the outline of my apartment hallway. The same angle you'd get from a corner camera. The hiss in the speakers picked up a second layer, the faint sound of footsteps, matching my own breathing rhythm. I spoke without meaning to. "What do you want?" The snow shuddered like it was trying not to laugh. The answer appeared in 3 parts, each word landing with a soft click in the audio like a key being pressed. "Ask me anything." The sentence held steady, clearer than anything I'd seen on the screen so far. I stared at it until my eyes watered. My phone recording picked up the hiss and the clicks perfectly, like it wanted evidence too. I tried to test it with something harmless, something you'd ask a magic 8-ball. "What time is it?" The TV went blank for half a second, pure black, then snapped back to snow with a new line of text. 2:17. I checked my phone. It read 2:17 as well. That's when the joke died. I didn't want to ask anything real, which meant my brain immediately handed me something real. I whispered, "Why did you turn on?" The static rippled fast, like wind through tall grass. Then words formed in a line across the middle of the snow. "Because you listened." The sound changed too. Under the hiss, I heard a faint tone, the kind you get when you leave a phone line open. A steady presence. The TV wasn't just showing noise. It was connected to something, and my apartment suddenly felt like the quiet end of a very long call. That's when the static stopped waiting for my questions. The snow tightened into letters on its own, as if the screen had finally decided it didn't need permission. "Do you live alone?" The words stayed there, clean, patient, like a form you're supposed to fill out. I didn't answer. I didn't even breathe right for a second. The hiss rose in volume, just enough to press on my ears. Then the text changed. "Do you want to?" I felt cold spread across my shoulders. That question wasn't about roommates. It was about how long I planned to keep my life the way it was. I finally did the thing I should have done earlier. I reached for the TV power button. The moment my finger got close, the static snapped into a new sentence. Bigger letters, more aggressive. "Don't turn away." The hiss surged so loud it rattled the cheap picture frame on my shelf. Then, for a single clear frame inside the snow, I saw my own living room, filmed from above my doorway like a security camera view, showing me standing there, arm extended toward the TV. Not my face, just my posture and the angle of my shoulders, like it had already chosen the shot. The static came back and the words appeared again, calm now. "You asked first." My phone, still recording, buzzed in my hand. The screen went black except for one white line of text. "Answer out loud." The TV hiss lowered suddenly, like it was giving me room to speak. I backed up until my calves hit the couch. The static formed one last question, slower than the others, like it wanted me to feel every word. "Where is your bedroom door?" My throat closed. Not because it was hard to answer, because the question proved it didn't need to see my face to find me. I didn't answer. I lunged for the power strip and killed the TV. The screen went black, but the hiss didn't stop right away. It faded out like a person walking away down a long hallway. If you've ever left a TV on for background noise and felt like the noise was paying attention back, tell me about it in the comments. And if you want more POV case files like this, found footage, broadcasts that respond, and signals that shouldn't know your voice, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because once you teach the static how to answer, it starts coming up with questions of its own.